Almost three-quarters of Fallujah after another day of fighting. US commanders claim the remaining insurgents are cornered.
An Iraqi general says his troops have found houses where hostages had been held and then murdered. Tonight, though, the militants responded by claiming to have captured 20 Iraqi National Guards.
While the US says its progress into Fallujah has been swifter than anticipated. Earlier in the day, a tank group forced its way into a compound containing the mayor's office and the central police station.
That gave the Marines the chance to take control of Highway 10, a road that cuts through central Fallujah.
There are also reports this evening that Marine tank units have crossed the highway into the west, moving towards the Euphrates River.
Commanders say their aim is now to push the insurgents into the southeast corner of the city, trapping them between advancing units and troops that are surrounding the city. Sky's David Chater witnessed the battle and sent us this report.
This footage was taken with a Sky camera on board an M1A1 Abrams battle tank on highway number 10 in the centre of Fallujah. They were fighting an action in and around the mayor's office complex and took a direct hit from a rocket-propelled grenade. The tank's gunner, who was taking the pictures, told me he had to hold the camera above his head because there were so many incoming rounds from snipers. You've been hit, I see, by an RPG there.
I have. I was hit by a few. That was an anti-armor RPG.
What's the reaction of both you and the crew inside when you're getting hit by that?
I didn't really think about it. You just realize, okay, I'm still alive, let's go.
Mosques in the city are proving to be rebel strongholds and the focus of resistance. But the American forces are only firing back when fired upon.
We're taking fire from the mosque just directly south of us.
The ones we can see, yeah?
The big one right there.
We've got the enemy right where we want him. He's coming to us, and we're killing him.
The newly trained units of the Iraqi army have been in the forefront of the fighting and are showing remarkable courage. They raised their country's flag at the police station in the centre of Fallujah, giving the salute as the national anthem played, with an accompaniment of incoming fire. But at least 20 members of their forces appear to have been captured by the insurgents and paraded for the cameras on this video smuggled through the front line. It's not possible to verify when these pictures were taken, but it shows the propaganda war is still being fought fiercely. The Marines in combat are improvising their weapons. This Gatling gun is usually slung beneath an Apache attack helicopter, but has now been mounted on the back of a Humvee with equally lethal effect. Every weapon in the Marine arsenal is being deployed in the firefight. Most of the fighting I can see is now taking place on the Eastern Front. That's where these Cobra helicopters have been hunting targets with Hellfire air-to-ground missiles. Some of the rebels are reported to be on the point of surrender. The Iraqi government is offering them a limited amnesty, providing they've committed no major crimes. But troops are now reported to have found the houses in northern Fallujah where many of the grisly beheadings of hostages took place. The number of dead and injured is rising. This is no longer a safe haven for Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. He and other terrorist leaders are thought to have fled Fallujah, leaving many of their die-hard followers to face the Marines alone.
Be advised, that last engagement down the road was exactly where the RPG guy is and where the round just came from.
The sacrifices being paid here are high. I've been watching the injured Marines coming out of combat and the body bags being loaded. The victory is meant to bring peace and security, but it's the nature of guerrilla warfare that you only own the ground you stand on. When the Marines have left here, the insurgents will be back. David Chater, Sky News, with the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, Fallujah.
The Black Watch battle group have had their heaviest day of action since they were sent to central Iraq.
They've been engaged for the first time in prolonged firefights.
An army pilot was badly injured when his helicopter came under fire near Camp Dogwood. From there, Sky's Peter Sharp reports.
An American Black Hawk Medivac helicopter touches down at Camp Dogwood. Responding to another day of casualties for the Black Watch battle group, a seriously injured British Army pilot loaded aboard. His Lynx helicopter was fired on shortly after he left on a routine flight to Basra. His co-pilot was able to land the helicopter. The Black Watch battalion has now suffered 12 casualties since its deployment to this stretch of desert sand. The wounded man flown out to the US military hospital 25 miles to the east. It was less than an hour later that Dogwood itself came under attack. 4 rockets smacked into the center of the camp as we took cover in a reinforced shelter. The camp's been subjected to a virtual day-by-day series of rocket attacks launched up to 17 kilometers away. And for the first time, Dogwood took a casualty. A soldier injured and a helicopter damaged. The insurgents firing well beyond the reach of the Marine mortars. There's little that can be done except take cover. For the second time in less than 3 hours, Camp Dogwood has come under attack. 2 more impacts here. The first attack injured 1 serviceman and damaged a Lynx helicopter. On the sand berm and inner defensive perimeter, troops took up their positions quickly. There is a real fear that the camp itself could become a target of an insurgent ground assault. And those left behind from the main battle group, some of them cooks and clerks, have now taken over camp protection. Peter Sharp, Sky News at Camp Dogwood.
Families